To respect the game animals we hunt, it's a hunter's responsibility to make a clean, killing shot, even under pressure. It's safe to say few deer hunters have ever been under more pressure than Luke Brewster was last November when he made a perfect shot on a very special animal. Luke, a Marine Corps veteran, was ready when the opportunity appeared 26 yards away because he's been all summer practicing with his bow and imagining that very moment. This is the story of the new world record non-typical buck and the steady hunter who released the arrow.
Back over my right shoulder a little ways is where I first got the pictures of Mufasa in 2014. I got pictures of him late November, and again I think in early December. It was over the same scrape both times, both at night, just a couple times in and out. We could tell he was spindly, didn't have a lot of mass, he was a young deer, and that was it for 2014. But in 2015 he showed up. That first picture of him late December, he looked like an incredible 8-point, but we never laid eyes on him. So 2016, which would be the year that we have the shed, or the outfitter has the sheds of, he came right in and gave us a full front view, and that was just, oh my gosh, you know, we've got a special deer here. Luke, I think, was probably the first year Luke was coming down, so we showed him pictures when he got here and stuff, but I just texted him, this is Mufasa. That's what we're gonna call him from now on.
I'm Johnny Davis, part owner of Backwoods Outfitters. The year he had these sheds was the year we actually knew, you know, what deer this was. You know, it's when we had camera pictures and everything of the deer. You know, we were, you know, positioning, trying to get a chance at them then. And
so the next year I really started prepping with food plots, and of course he added a lot of junk on his left side, I believe, that year. I remember getting those pictures late October, and it was the last Friday in October I came out here to hunt and happened to look up and could tell that's a good buck coming at me. I didn't know who it was yet, and just that's when I saw all the junk, and you know, right then and there I was like, oh, it's obvious who this deer is. Did everything right, drew back, stopped him, let the arrow fly, and missed bad. I mean, I kept my cool, but I missed bad, and that was tough. So the following year, which would have been this past year, 2018, and it's the latest we ever got his picture, checked all the cameras, or pulled all the cameras. About the 6th picture in, it was just like, here, I mean, there he is, and he is just world-class, giant.
Probably when he showed up on the property, I became very nervous. I've never shot at a buck. I mean, nobody's ever shot a buck like that, but just even a 170 buck I've never even shot at. So it was very nerve-wracking to be honest.
Left my home in Virginia, meet up with Justin. He just got off work, and we're going around pulling cards from the cameras.
By that time, we knew he was on the property, Mufasa, and then kind of just came up with a game plan.
That morning I picked first. I went to the stand that I had hung that I really thought would be the stand we killed him out of.
You got to remember, we didn't see the deer the year, you know, the first sighting we had of him was the day he was shot, that year. Now we knew he was huge. I mean, he was from the year before. Now when the guy was describing the deer, we thought he was sensationalizing a little bit, because we knew there was a big one in there, but we had no idea.
So yeah, that morning passed, and I think it was me, Justin, and Luke went to breakfast.
It was Ron's turn to pick first, and he picked that stand that I had been that morning. Luke was second.
I don't know why I made the decision, but I ended up picking one quite a bit farther south.
He picked a stand that nobody had ever hunted for, I think, 5 years or something.
So, this is the tree, huh?
Yep, this is the magic tree.
Been here a while.
Yep.
Steps have kind of grown into the tree. So you snuck in here around noon. You said you'd been sitting there 4 hours or so.
Yep.
First deer you saw were a couple of does up that way. What happened after that?
Well, I pulled out my binos and I was watching them for a while. When I brought down my binos, there he was about 30 yards in front of me.
Oh, so he was already
Yeah,
just right out in here.
Correct.
Wow.
He was moving this way.
Were there any tense moments there? I mean, do you remember picking up your bow?
Yeah,
or
for a split second, I was just kind of frozen. I was like, all right, I got to do something. So I hung up my binos and slowly grabbed my bow and was keeping my eye on him, making sure I didn't
Was he
make
just
too
kind of
much
making
movement.
steady progress through the
Yep.
woods, just
Yep.
kind of going toward those does?
Yep.
So he's going toward that scrape. Just take me over there. Let's
All right,
have a look at
let's
the
go check it
spot.
out.
So,
By the time I had my bow in my hand, he's already hitting a scrape that I ranged when I first got in the stand at 26 yards. So he's hitting that scrape and he starts licking the branch above him. And by that time, I'd gotten to full draw.
you can still see the old scrape there,
Yep.
huh? So, and he was using this dead branch as a licking branch.
Right.
So he's scraping there. You're at full draw. I'm looking right through there.
Yep.
He didn't have a clue that you were in the
Not
world.
an idea. I squeezed my release and the shot went off and it made a loud thump when it hit him. And I thought I had hit in his shoulder blade. Thought I hit him a little high. So I was feeling a little sick at that time. I was feeling a little nervous. You know, I had been practicing all summer. I've been out shooting groups, doing everything I needed to do to get ready for, you know, that exact moment.
I mean, out of the blue, Luke fires and said, yeah, I think I just shot Mufasa.
I'd have to look back to text, but I think it was I just shot Mufasa.
And I was like, holy crap, man.
My first text back was, are you serious? You know, it was one of those like, holy cow, it's happened.
So you found your arrow laying up here.
Yeah.
Tell me how much of it was broken off.
It's probably about like, I don't know, 20 inches or so.
Yeah, and you had good blood up it.
Yeah,
so
good
you
blood
knew
up there.
you
I
probably
knew-
got a hole.
I knew I had a good shot. You
Yeah.
know, I knew it was deadly.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I was just kind of glassing left to right, right to left, and all of a sudden I see a big rack sticking out of the
Yeah.
ground.
So you could see him laying over there
Yep.
dead from here.
Yep.
So wow.
So at that time when I walked up on him, noticed the fresh break, and at that time I was like, all right, well,
So it was one of his tines. Which one was it?
the big club
The big club. Yeah. Okay.
followed the blood trail, led me to this tree, and you can actually see the gash in the tree where he ran into.
Oh wow.
Top of his tines hit about right there. His club hit around here somewhere, and that's about where it dropped.
So the other guys get down here. What was the reaction? Everybody gathering around this deer at once,
Just everyone's shocked, just as shocked as I was.
right?
First thing they did when they came down was give me a big hug.
Yeah.
Happy. We were all happy for Luke that it happened and he had the opportunity to have a great shot and he executed. So it was pretty cool.
Deer hunting is, if it's a big part of your life, like like it is mine, then I mean that's kind of, you were right there. I mean it's like you could have won the lottery. Your neighbor did, but I mean you were right there and you're a part of it. And that's why it meant a lot to me that that I was close to it.
There's, every time you see it, it's still kind of, whether it's on a magazine or on social media, or I've said multiple times, it happened to a great guy.
Pretty exciting, putting a deer of that magnitude down, but it was also pretty sad. Not just for the guys, that didn't put their tag on it, but for me as well, because we all knew that, we weren't going to be getting that excitement every year, of chasing him and trying to figure out what chess move he's going to make next.